So Dragon Ball Super has been aired and going and active for a little bit now. Looks like it's been about 2 months if I'm not mistaken, and we have yet to see Champa and the female Whis, who is still unnamed. So in today's video we're going to be discussing my thoughts on when we will actually get the opportunity to see these characters in the Dragon Ball Super anime. So without further ado, let this video get on the road, you feel me? Essentially, I have a video on my channel. Well, I have a couple videos on my channel. First off, a video about the female Whis. That was honestly just a fun video that I did with a couple of other YouTubers, Beginning Model 6 and War Entertainment. Subscribe to those guys if you guys did not, but it wasn't really the most informative video. So I'm going to be dropping more informative videos because I don't want people to come to my channel like, oh, this guy, he just does bullshit videos. That's all he does. I didn't really expect that video to get a whole lot of views, to be honest, but apparently this is something that people want to know about, and my video is a top-ranking video on that topic if you do a search on YouTube, so that's why. Essentially, at this point, we have seen Champa and the female Whis in the Dragon Ball Super manga adaptation by Toyotaro. If you guys did not know how this works, if you guys did not catch Rhymestyle and Geekdom's explanation of this, essentially, and the gist of it is, Toriyama outlines what he wants to happen. He sends these as essentially rough drafts to Toyotaro to draw up and write up, and also for Toei to animate. He's not telling them 100% how they're doing it, so they're kind of explaining their own stories, which is why we can kind of compare and contrast what happens, the events of the manga versus the events of the actual anime. That's not the only difference. I mean, there have been other little subtle differences, like for one, Gotenks was Super Saiyan 3 in the manga when he fought Beerus, and in the anime he wasn't, he was just regular. So there's little subtle differences. You could tell that they're not being done by the same group of people. Whereas like Dragon Ball Z, you know, Toriyama had an outline first with the manga, etc, etc. But Champa is apparently another god from another universe, and the reason I'm saying this is because he had an interaction with the Kais on the Kai's planet. I'm not talking about King Kai, I'm talking about the Supreme Kai and the old Kai, the elder Kai, doing that jiggy jiggy dance. He had an interaction with them, and he was like, oh, what did you guys hear? Because him and the female Whis are apparently out to look for the Dragon Balls, but I don't think they know about the Earth Dragon Balls, because they were calling them wishing orbs for one, and they called them big, if I'm not mistaken. I think that they were after the ones on planet Namek, which are a tad bit bigger than the ones on Earth. So that being said, you know, the Kais were doing their omnipotent stuff, and they were just, you know, with the crystal ball zooming in on Champa and the female Whis, and they were like overhearing their conversation. He pops in like, hey, Kais from this world or this universe, what did you guys hear? Which kind of implies that Champa is in fact from another universe, and that's been something a lot of people have speculated up to this point, whether he is or is not from this universe, and so on and so forth. Another thing that people have been Another thing people have been speculating is whether or not Champa is in fact another god of destruction, just like Beerus, adjacent to Beerus. It would seem that he is, because just like he would be a god of destruction adjacent to Beerus, the female Whis would be an attendant slash trainer adjacent to Whis is to how Beerus is. So that makes a lot of sense as far as like those two characters are concerned, but they just seem more sinister and like they're out to do a bit more at this point. We don't know anything about them aside from the fact that, you know, they are looking for the Dragon Balls, and we have Champa's name, and we've had his name for a long time, but for some reason they are holding back on the female Whis' name. So essentially, I just told you pretty much everything that we know about him, and my theory about Champa and the female Whis is that they are going to go and get the Dragon Balls. They have something that they need to do, which is going to ultimately lead to them going to Universe 6, the Z Warriors going to Universe 6. We may see the Universe 6 stuff before the Resurrection F stuff. I don't know, honestly. Obviously I don't know, but we may see that happen before, which would make more sense, and that means that we would see Champa and the female we start popping up and making minor appearances slowly but surely in the next few coming episodes. After episode 10, maybe they'll sense Goku's god presence and just be like, oh, there's another god in this universe, or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So we should see them shortly start popping up here if they're going to come up with the Universe 6 saga after the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods saga. So that's just my theory. You know, they're going to look for something, and that's going to ultimately lead them back to that other universe I don't know, honestly. We don't know anything about Whis and the female Whis' abilities. I'm assuming that they have similar abilities. We don't know if they can universe hop or what that case is. Maybe they need the Dragon Balls to get back to their universe. We don't know about their abilities at this point. So this has been my video, guys. Be sure to click on that interactive card in the top right corner to get to the rest of the playlist, guys. I'm going to start doing that more often. And subscribe if you are new. Leave a like as well. If you guys did not see the little link guy pop up in the first 30 seconds of the video, be sure to leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry about the discussions drought, if you will. Like, I just don't have very many topics. So I want you guys to do two things. Like I said, leave a like, of course. That's one of the three things I want you to do. But the two things I mainly want you guys to do is give me some ideas for some more topics. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on like what you guys want me to talk about on my channel. This channel is for you guys, not for me. It's for you guys' entertainment. So aside from that, I want to know what you guys feel is going to happen in Dragon Ball Super and when we will potentially see these characters. And another thing, on that other video that I said is getting a lot of views, it's just blowing up with views. A lot of you guys were dropping awesome name references. You guys are calling it like Wine and oh my god, there was so many, and Ski was there a lot. That's the one that Quaman said that I was like, man, what did he say? I couldn't remember. So there was that, and then people were like, hey, I want her to be named after like Dockery. Honestly, you have to be freaking creative with your with your drinks. You got to know your drinks, especially if you're a kid. You got to be creative because a lot of them are saying Wine or Ski, which would be awesome for Whis and Ski, the two Whis characters, Whis and Ski, whiskey. And I even heard somebody say Connie for cognac. That would be freaking cool. So yeah, you guys are doing awesome. Just keep it up. Keep up the great work. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.